Welcome online at-home sales team. Quick live training session. I've just got another voicemail from a message that we're fixing to find out. I have no clue how this guy got my number. It had to have been at least a year ago, if not longer. He called me by name. I have no clue who this guy is. I don't have him saved in my phone, which means that I don't know if somebody referred him or what. I'm about to find out. It looks like he's from Wilmington, Delaware, which is probably not a good thing. That's probably pretty hard to staff, but we're going to find out. I'm not even going to do any homework on this lead. I'm just going to go figure out what he wants. I'm going to play this voicemail first, and then we're going to go from there. Hold on a second.
Hey, LB, this is Mark Balgus, Balgus Electrical. Give me a call, 302-275-8201. It's Tuesday around 11:30. Talk to you about if you have any electricians available. So give me a call, Mark Balgus, 302-275-8201. Thanks.
All right, that's the message. He said his name was Mark. Hitting the call back. You guys be quiet.
How's Mark?
Hey, Mark, this is LB, Catalyst Solutions. How are you doing this morning, sir?
Good. How are you?
Excellent, man. Just doing a quick follow-up call. Sorry I missed your calls on the other line. Figure I'd reach out and see what kind of needs you guys had.
We do electric work in Delaware. We have a small company. We run about 13 guys, and every so often, as of now, like summertime, we get busy. And I was wondering what is that something that you could help me out with? Do you have manpower that we could pull from to help me out on some projects I have?
I got you. Hey, let me ask you a quick question. How did you get my number? Did I leave it with you?
You emailed my partner about a year ago, and I just put him on board, and I just had it up there for a while.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, so I see him there the other day. I was wondering if I could try to call him a couple days ago. But,
yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Mark, for saving it. I actually own the company these days. That's why I was wondering how you got a hold of me, because I don't do sales anymore. But that's great. That's fantastic, and I'm definitely available to help you. And yes, we definitely have some manpower that can help you guys out. Just let me get some parameters from you, and then I'll probably dip into some availability to where we can really talk some numbers intelligently. So give me some background here. Are we looking at residential, commercial, or industrial projects?
Well, I tell you what, I just pulled in. Let me get to my desk. Okay, I just pulled in here.
Okay. Take your time. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull my I'm going to get my system pulled up too, where I can take some notes as we talk. You guys been busy up there so far?
Yeah. And we do everything. Right now we do about $3.5 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we have a mixture of residential and commercial. We have a couple big jobs finishing up and some helpful ones. We have some smaller ones, but I'd say it's a mixture of 50-50 residential and commercial. We do.
Okay.
But we got a cruise. I like to run 2-man cruise, and we have them like maxed out now, and they help each other out. But
so well, here, let me back up while I've got you right here. Hold on one second as this thing is loading. Could you do me a favor and spell out the company name again for me?
It's B-A-U-E-U-E-S-S.
B-A-U-E.
B-A-U-G-U-E-S-S.
All right, I got B-A-U-G-U-E-S-S.
Right.
Perfect. And electrical. Is this number that I called you back on a good company contact number?
It's my cell phone.
Perfect. Yeah. And then what's a good email address for you?
It's M-A-R-K.
M-A-R-K. Yep.
That's Balgus again, B-A-U-G-U-E-S-S.
BAUGUESSELEC.com. All right, I got Mark at BAUGUESSELEC.com.
Right.
And I've got you as my contact. I've got this all taken care of. Okay, perfect. So as far as what you guys are seeking, so we know it's going to be a mix of residential and commercial. How many guys is it that you're really looking for?
Probably about 4.
4 guys. Do you want them all to be journeymen, or do you want apprentices as well?
I could take a mixture of both.
Okay, and what is your ratio up there as far as journeymen to apprentices?
Well, on a rate job, it's 3-1.
3-to-1. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
it's 1-to-1. Then it pays a 3-to-1.
Okay. And then as far as your licensing, do you require them to have licenses, or is it a non-licensed role?
Yes, in Delaware we do.
Yep.
We do some work in Maryland and PA, which they don't require.
Okay. And as far as your targeted pay range, not the bill rate, but if you had a guy walk in off the street tomorrow and you're like, you know what, I love you, man. I can't pay you this week because we hold back, but next week I'm going to pay you. Here's what I pay you per hour. What is your target for the skill level that you're seeking, that you're going to try to stay in within budget?
It's a little above the street, and the skill level I want probably around, I'd say, $25 an hour.
Okay, so that kind of tells me a little bit where I need to be when I'm out there looking. Just so you know, my margin stays the same whether you hire a guy for $14 an hour or $50 an hour. So the good news is you never have to worry about me as far as the billing goes. My price stayed the same. So when I do come back with your quote, normally if it has to go up $1, it's because the worker required it, and it goes directly to him. And so I'm always very transparent with the quoting based on current availability. We do it both ways, where I can just give you a quote based off the top of my head or where I think that the project would end up being. At the same time, I can usually end up saving you money by dipping into my database and contacting the workers I already have and under the availability you're looking for, and going, this is what they make, this is what they need to make, this is what my bill rate would be. If you say yes, then you don't have to wait for your man. I'll already have them. And that's literally where I'd be leaning on with this. I don't know what I have off the top of my head in that area. However, I'm very confident that we can still supply you with what you're seeking. We're a whole lot faster than most of your general agencies, in that we have a lot of sophisticated softwares that we utilize as far as larger databases, so we can usually comb through things pretty quick. How fast are you needing the guys? That's the best question. Yesterday?
I need them probably in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's plenty of time. Yeah. I mean, heads up, if you will give me, 4 to 7 days typically, I'm comfortable committing to anywhere in the country, including Hawaii. If I have a couple weeks, then I'm really confident. So I've got enough of your information so far, I believe. Let me make sure I've got a couple of these little questions taken care of for the men who will ask me. So how long do you think that you'll need those guys out there?
I'd say a month.
Did you say something? I'm sorry, it cut out.
Oh, no, I said a month.
Oh, 1 month. Okay, I'm sorry. 1 month. And let me ask you this. How many hours will they be working per week?
40.
40 hours. Now, question. This is up to you. I'm going to target both. I always target local first. I don't make anything out of the hotels. I know you don't want to get in the hotel business, and I'm sure job cost calls for lower rates no matter how you go about it. So we're always going to target local. However, if there's a timing issue where outside guys can benefit, is A, they usually could fill the void a whole lot faster because they are available. I mean, a lot of times in the area that we're seeking, they might not be there, dude, or if they are, they're out of the price range for whatever reason. Sometimes travelers can accommodate that. The second thing would be is that you can very often get a higher quality. I'll give you a perfect example. Faith Technologies, it's a large national company. They're trying to group here in Nashville where I am. What they were looking for is apprentices and helpers that they can groom into, Faith Technology men. Well, I get that. The problem is around here, the price is booming. I mean, it's gone up so high. They can't even touch the men that they're trying to find. What they were wanting to pay $16 to $18, they're requiring $24 to $26 for today. So what did we do? Well, they didn't originally have hotel costs, so we started reaching into Texas looking for younger apprentices and helpers that would come into Nashville and accept the wage, the target that they set, but we also accommodated dual occupancy rooms and got outside of the city here and put them up in some places to help it make the numbers make sense. I'm suggesting that for you. If I can find locals, then great. But if I cannot, consider that as an option, because especially if you're only looking for 4 guys, I mean, you're talking, I don't know what the room cost is there, which of course is always an issue depending on the area you live in. But if you looked at it, it might be as low as $60, $70 a day as far as putting them up in a room, but it could be the difference of you getting a guy really quickly or not. Delaware has it probably, I mean, I'll look this up, but do you know off the top of your head what states reciprocate with that license?
Yeah, Maryland, I think Virginia, and North Carolina.
Okay, so that being said, it's a very limited pool, and North Carolina is probably our best bet as far as availability. So I might start there and just looking for reciprocations. Do you know how your state works? Does it take a long time to get it to transfer over, or will they give a temporary license while they apply, or how does that work?
I know they have to go to schooling, show the hours worked and all that. It's pretty complicated here in Delaware.
I'll have one of the girls look into it, because every state's a little bit different, and a lot of times there's little tiny loopholes, particularly for these scenarios where they want to reciprocate them. It's just that sometimes they'll give them. I've had it happen to where if we're trying to reciprocate a journeyman, for example, they will allow him a temporary apprentice card so he's legal on the site while they're transporting or transferring all their information. So there's sometimes things like that. I'll figure that out, and maybe based on the time frame, we don't have that as an option, but it will also help you in the future to know that whenever you and I start doing business together, even if it's this time next year that you call back, I'll keep blowing up a balloon full of these types of workers with these types of parameters from Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina to Delaware, licensed men. That way, next time you call, we'll have a database of very specific men for you. So we'll get working on that right away. I've got your email address. I think I can probably look up anything else that I need as far as just some paperwork stuff. What I want you to be on the lookout for, it's 11:30 a.m. Central Time right now, so you're probably an hour ahead of me. By this afternoon or first thing in the morning, worst case, I'll get you some numbers to chew on. The paperwork is simple for us. The CSA is basically just something you fill out. That's just our customer service agreement. The second thing, though, is the most important, and it's the easiest sheet to understand. It's just our bill rate confirmation. Literally just has the parameters of the job, hours worked, schedule, that kind of stuff. But that will also have your price on it. So as I kind of look and see what my availability is, I'm going to go and do some math. I'm going to go and leave you with the price, though, because I know that's what you called for. If in fact I get 7 guys raising their hand going, yes, I have this license, yes, I would accept $25 per hour. If that is in fact the case, this is what we'd be looking at. So $39.85 would be your all-inclusive rate. Workman's comp, general liability, hiring, firing, qualifying, and payroll for all 4 men, basically for licensed roles. If you wanted me to look at apprentices, which is not something I'm going to target, the rate would change for the apprentices and it would drop. So depending on what they required per hour, that would be basing on a $25 an hour man. And just so you know, if I had a couple of them that apply that'll want 27 or 28, I'll eat that. I'm not going to raise the price on you. But if they start telling me they have to have $30 an hour, then we're going to renegotiate. Other than that, that's a pretty solid price as long as they're not telling me $5 higher for their expectations. And then as far as the apprentices, I'll come back at you in the bill rate with a lower rate for the apprentices, just based on what they're telling me. And if it's really gross, what I won't do is bill you out for a 3 or 4 year apprentice and then send you like a 1 year guy. I will specify his year for you, so you'll go, all right, this guy's at least a 3-year guy. That's why it's only X amount cheaper. Or this is why it's way cheaper. This guy he's green. So I'll figure out a fair price for you. And then as far as just, Catalyst Solutions in general, one of the policies that we have in place for as far as a labor guarantee is that I stand behind the quality that we will send out, as long as you will try to figure out if it works with you guys within the first 5-6 hours of his first day. So safety meeting, 6 a.m., start them at 7. By noon, report to your foreman and go, hey, is this guy working out or not? Or you make the determination. I've got a lot of guys that work right there beside my guys. That's great. They're your Indians. You're the chief. You just determine if he's too slow, too whatever. I don't care. I just ask for an opportunity to replace him. I won't bill you for him, and I'll go ahead and take care of his wages. I just want to get a chance to get another guy out there to help make up for the loss, as far as me getting him out there. But other than that, man, I look forward to working with you, man. I sure do appreciate you taking the time to call us and give us a shot at this thing. But I'm pretty confident that we can do this for you. I've got a very large, hungry, eager, trained team of very professional recruiters actually literally at bay right now as we're transitioning into a couple large orders that we have down here in the Southeast. So right now, transitional wise, this is a perfect little job for them. And we'll get working on it right away, man. You should see paperwork by noon tomorrow, if not later this afternoon.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Mark. I sure do appreciate it. Have a good day.
All right, thank you.
All right.